So, you're eyeing the Yamaha R7 and MT-07, but wondering what sets them apart besides the $1,000 price difference and the obvious full fairing and naked style. Are these two bikes practically twins, just with different bodywork and handlebars? While they do share some stuff, there are a few key distinctions you should know about. First, let's talk about power. Both the R7 and MT-07 produces identical 73 horsepower on the crank and are capable of churning out 67 Nm of torque. They've got the same engine tuning, power delivery, peak RPM, and also the punchy mid-range grunt and lively throttle response that MT-07 is known for. But even though they share those similarities, they cater to different types of riders, where the R7 is all about being a versatile sport bike that can handle commuting and has decent performance on the track, while the MT-07 focuses on giving you the comfiest ride on the streets. Then, when it comes to weight, the R7 is 4 kilos heavier than the MT, mainly due to its fairing, which is pretty much indistinguishable. And speaking of weight, since the MT-07 is lighter, it's got a slightly higher power-to-weight ratio, around 2% more than the R7. Under the skin, both the Yamaha R7 and MT-07 are powered by the exact same CP2 engine, a solid bulletproof parallel twin with a 270-degree crank and 689cc displacement. They've got an identical bore-stroke ratio, a double overhead cam with a 4-valve per cylinder for the valve train, the same compression ratio, and a 6-speed multi-plate clutch transmission. The only difference in their engines is the transmission feature, where the R7 gets an assist and a slipper clutch, making those downshifts smoother and preventing rear-wheel hop during aggressive braking and downshifting. But strangely enough, the 2023 MT-07 doesn't have this feature, which is a bit confusing because Yamaha already did it for the R7, so it wouldn't have taken much effort and R&D cost to apply it to the MT-07. As for the features or electronics, you'll only find basic and minimal features such as dual-channel ABS, and don't expect any fancy ride-by-wire, power modes, or traction control on these budget-friendly bikes. They are pre-wired and ready for upshift-only quickshifter if you are willing to pay an extra $200 for it. And on the dash, the MT-07 is equipped with a 5-inch full-color TFT with selectable street or touring screen layouts and Y-Connect smartphone connectivity featuring incoming call, email, and message notifications, as well as extensive ride data collection enabled through the Y-Connect app. While on the other hand, the R7 comes with an LCD display with no smartphone connectivity. Aside from the styling, the major differences between these two are in the chassis, suspension, and brakes. As for the frame, they have the same diamond-type frame made from high-tensile steel, but the R7 takes a more race-focused approach with different frame geometry. The R7 has 23.7 degrees of rake, which is 1.1 degrees steeper than the MT-07, making it more nimble and easier to handle when tearing through corners on the racetrack. On the other hand, the MT-07's greater rake gives it that extra stability for high-speed cruising. The R7's frame also gets an upgrade, with a center brace made from cast aluminum instead of the plastic one on the MT-07 to give the frame more rigidity. Another big difference is on the forks, where the R7 is equipped with more racy upside-down forks from KYB that have full adjustability, which means better handling, stability, and rider feedback, leading to quicker cornering speeds and direction changes. Meanwhile, the MT-07 goes with non-adjustable, conventional telescopic forks of the same 41mm diameter, but not inverted and also less rigid, which can absorb vibration and handle bumpy roads better. Moving on to the rear suspension, they have the same monocross shock that's adjustable for preload and rebound. And for the wheels, both get similar cast aluminum wheels. For front braking power, the R7 takes the lead here, boasting a superior radial mount 4-piston caliper paired with a Brembo radial master cylinder. On the other hand, the MT-07 goes for an axial mount caliper and a standard axial master cylinder. They both share the same 298mm front disc brakes and single-piston rear brake calipers though. Moving on to dimensions, the R7's wheelbase is a tad shorter than the MT, likely due to its steeper rake, and they both get the same tire profile size, 180mm width for the rear and 120mm for the front. The R7 rolls with Bridgestone S22 rubber, while the MT-07 fitted with Michelin Road 5, with both tires have similar speed and load ratings. The R7 has a slightly smaller fuel capacity, just 1 liter less than the MT-07, and for the seat height, the more sporty R7 has a taller seat by 30mm and a narrower overall width by 75mm, probably because of its clip-on bar. In terms of ergonomics, the MT-07 has a more upright and comfortable riding position. The foot pegs are lower and more forward, the handlebars are high and swept back, and it has a wider, more comfortable seat, great for daily riding and commuting. While the track-focused R7 has an aggressive and focused riding position with high-mounted foot pegs, a sculpted fuel tank for knee gripping, and a snug fit behind the windshield, plus those low clip-on handlebars that make it easy to get into the full tuck position for aggressive and fast riding. And lastly, for the price, the R7 will set you back $9,199 with 3 color options to choose from, while on the other hand, the MT-07 is more budget-friendly, coming in at $8,199, saving you $1,000, and it also has 3 color options to choose from.